Spectre, spook, ghoul, goblin, ghost. Holy smokes, it's almost Halloween, and I want to find out what's paranormal and what's, well, normal. Welcome back to Fact or Fictional, the show where we look at cool tech from your favorite movies, TV shows, books, and comics, and ask, is this really possible? And if not, why not? Last week I had my Whovian colleagues, Anthony and Roger, on to explore the capabilities of the sonic screwdriver. Joey Longshot on YouTube said, in Doctor Who, they have said a couple of times that the sonic screwdriver doesn't work on wood. I kind of rationalize it with the idea that it manipulates electromagnetic fields that are directed through sonic wave manipulation. It would also describe why he can disable mechanical items as well. The medical scans would have to play off of something else, but I don't see it being purely sonic in nature. But to clarify, Anthony totally did say that, but it just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. We figured you all knew that anyway. So it's a great time for carving pumpkins, trick-or-treating, dressing up, and of course, ghost hunting. I decided to gather my proton pack and hit the haunted avenues of San Francisco to find out what tech I really need to harness some lingering spirits.
Actually, Veronica, ghosts aren't real. I thought that this was a science show.
All right, listen, YouTube guy, you know, whether or not you believe in spirits, you know, the people who are hunting ghosts are using real technology, and also it's the Halloween episodes. And can you just like deal with that for like one episode?
Whatever. Unsubscribe.
All right, that's enough, YouTube guy. All right. But seriously, I wanted to learn about the necessary tools and techniques involved in real-life ghost hunting.
Come on! I hear him downstairs!
And what better way to learn than to do it with the professionals? Local ghost hunting extraordinaires, Matt and Amanda, were kind enough to bring a scaredy cat like me along for a creepy night in the infamously haunted Queen Anne Hotel. Okay, let's see some of this stuff in action.
I'll go ahead and take the infrared camera so we film everything just in case something happens while we're getting ready. And you always want to start off with a baseline sweep with your EMF detector.
So basically what you would do is you just walk around with it and you kind of just map out where in the room is either dead or will light up. So later when you're investigating, if you get a spike, you don't mistake it for a heater or something like that.
Whoa!
Something's in there. So if you're in an area that has too much EMF, you'll start to feel like someone's watching you, really paranoid, like something's about to happen.
That's usually my cue to GTFO. That's when I leave the premises immediately.
So now we
Got
know
the
that,
sweep
that
done.
the walls are basically the hot spots. So if we're using our EMF detector in the middle of the room and all of a sudden it starts, lighting up, we know that something has changed.
Okay.
And the theory is that that something might be a ghost.
Okay, and then what's next? So we've got the recorder
So we
running.
have a recorder recording. So now we'll basically just ask questions.
Mary, are you there? I just hear a buzz.
Is it a ghost bus?
Is anybody there? Mary, can you hear us? Would it upset a different spirit if I called them by the wrong name?
Now that we tried a recording, what would be the next thing that we would?
A laser grid is what it's called.
Oh,
And we could set this up somewhere if you'd like.
definitely. Mary, we would love to see you. It's so pretty. I feel like I'm in a planetarium.
Every time I see dust, like getting hit by it, it's just sparkly.
Yeah, it's weird because it's definitely very 3D.
Yeah.
You can make like little animal faces. You're like, caca, caca.
Just to know a guy that could do a really good
This is
gorilla.
quickly devolving. Hello, I'm a duck.
It's funny that it seems like we're messing around, and essentially we are. But that actually kind of works out because when you mess around in your ghost hunting, sometimes you'll actually end up getting reactions and getting recordings from that.
Right.
I think depending on the spirit that you might be interacting with, they might just like it when you're just chilling out.
Yeah, because maybe they don't work well under pressure. Maybe
Yeah.
they just want to be in their element, doing their
Exactly.
thing, and they don't necessarily want to answer a question. They just want to, hang out a little bit. They're probably lonely. Mary, what is your favorite kind of tea? She seems like a tea drinking lady.
So if there are any ghosts here, there's 3 different ways that you can talk to us. You can step over by that green light, and If you get near that, it should light up a little bit more. If you touch that flashlight, the blue thing over there, twist the knob just a little bit, it'll turn on. Or you can talk into this orange light over here.
I'm going to tap on the door, and can you complete this?
Let's just have a dance party. Ooh, I'm a scary raver.
We should have brought glow sticks.
So obviously in Ghostbusters, it's all about the action and the excitement, but what kind of feeling do you get from doing this kind of experience? Is it, if you don't find anything right away, is it just more about being in the moment and kind of, experiencing whatever energies are in that space?
Unfortunately, we're not psychic or sensitive or anything like that. There are certain people out there who, when they enter a room, they can feel the emotion in the room. Also, there's people who will get like electric chills all the way through their body. Like the hair will stand up on their arms and on the back of their neck, and they can kind of feel the places where spirits kind of are. I guess we just have like a weird obsession of sitting in the dark and kind of exploring into nothing.
Yeah, it's fun to go into, dark and, places that are old and have interesting histories and kind of learn about the history and just kind of sit around in the weird ambiance. Like, this is nice, classic Victorian. Sometimes you go in old buildings that are all, craggly and falling apart. If you're interested in this stuff, you see that regular history and you get a little bit extra with the paranormal stuff, even if nothing interesting happens.
So Matt and Amanda, thank you so much for being here in studio with us. I was a little nervous being on the ghost hunt, but it felt good being in the presence of professionals at least. That helped calm me down a little bit. Did anything come through on on your monitors or any of the playback stuff that you listened to?
Yeah, actually, AJ spent some time with the audio recording and came up with a little something.
When I first listened to it, I just kind of listened to it off of the recorder, and I thought I got a voice and knocking, but it ended up that the voice was a car horn.
Oh, really?
So that was definitely nothing paranormal, but the knocking actually came through. So the part where we did shave and a haircut, we actually got 2 knocks after, which is really interesting because we didn't hear it while we were there, of course. So
Wait, shave and a haircut is when we went. I
And
didn't know
then
that had a
after
name.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's shave and a haircut.
Well, I figured.
2 bits.
2 bits.
2
All
bits.
right. Well, so we got our 2 bits.
We did.
We got our 2 bits worth.
Yes.
How often does something like that happen, where you actually get something like that?
For us,
for
it's
me,
very
never.
rare. So, we can go somewhere for hours and we'll be there, like collecting evidence, and we'll leave with nothing, maybe one small thing. The fact that we were there for such a short amount of time and we got this, it's pretty amazing to us.
So am I like a good luck charm, or
You
am I
might
like some
be.
kind
Yeah.
of like totem for
We should
for
probably
scary ghosts?
bring you all the time now.
Oh, jeez.
We're going to the
Really
Washoe
not good
Club
for my,
soon. Do you
my
wanna-
mental well-being. I'm such a fraidy cat, you don't even know. So of all the tools, all the stuff that we use during the ghost hunt, what do you think is the most efficient?
Audio recorder.
Yeah,
The audio
Definitely.
recorders?
that's the one thing that I wouldn't say consistently, but the closest thing to consistently getting evidence would be the audio recorder.
And what do you do to encourage more paranormal activity? Say if we had been there for many more hours and we weren't really seeing any results in real time, is there anything we can do to kind of like, amp up the activity in the room? Is there something we can do to piss off the spirits?
A lot of people think that if you go in, you just start talking really tough to them and start yelling at them and like, come on, you're nothing unless you do something. Sometimes that gets you stuff that also get you scratched sometimes, pushed, knocked over, things like that. So, we don't really like to go that route where we go in and like talk all big to them.
We see depictions in film a lot of this kind of thing, like Paranormal Activity and the Blair Witch Project, like people who are searching for spirits or trying to catch them on film. Are these depictions accurate? Are they going about it the right way, or is it just way too like out there in film land?
It's not that far
Yeah.
out there. Usually the results they're getting are a little bit more amped up than you would expect in real life.
Definitely.
But, I think actually Paranormal Activity, he had a good idea with what he was doing for the most part. Maybe, bringing a Ouija board in when you're already having problems, maybe not such a good idea.
Too little, too
but
late.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to close it out and turn it, and it's just so you don't leave like this open portal.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we will have to do it again sometime, hopefully for even longer, so we can get some solid
Some real
results.
stuff.
Especially since you bring them.
Since apparently I am a lightning rod of spirits. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So I'm making a special Halloween exception for this one and giving it both fact and fictional. There are aspects of hunting ghosts with everyday technology that are totally reasonable and functional. Now, whether or not these tools are actually finding spirits of the dead, that's up for debate. And do you want your mug on fact or fictional? Send me a video telling me about your scariest ghost experience. If it totally freaks me out, I'll send you a special Halloween treat. Also, let me know what tech you want to see on fact or fictional, and if it's tricky enough, you might just see yourself in a future episode. Until next week, I'm Veronica Belmont, and this is Fact or Fictional on Tech Feed. Be sure to subscribe to see all of our new shows. See you next time. I'm a scary ghost. Ooh. Are we talking about Doctor Who? Because I've never seen an episode. I don't watch it.
Really?
Why don't you like Doctor Who?
Is somebody showing a clip of me on the internet?
How the who did you get in here?
I'm very